Genius Kids. Cultivating love for learning.
Lesson 11. Mineral and Power Resources. Knowledge acquisition. Minerals and power resources are the basis for the growth and development of industries in a country. Today, nations are driven by the desire to become industrially and technologically developed. In this chapter, we will know about the role played by important minerals and power resources on development. Minerals. Minerals are the naturally occurring substances that have definite chemical composition. Important minerals have played of human civilization. Therefore, various stages of human development have been named after minerals, such as Stone Age, Copper Age, Brown Age, Iron Age. Their chemical composition may consist of one or more elements. Minerals are not evenly distributed on the Earth's surface. They are concentrated in a particular area. Some of these areas might even be inaccessible, such as under Himalayan mountains or the Arctic Ocean belt. A mineral from which a metal is obtained is called an ore. About 2,800 minerals have been identified so far. Deposits may remain unexploited for lack of favorable factors, for example, lack of transport and communication, lack of requisite technology, danger to ecology of the region, or other similar conditions. Importance of minerals. Different kinds of products like the household utensils and fuel in our daily life. Mineral resources have been exploited and used since prehistoric times. Copper was the first metal to be used. Later, the use of iron revolutionized the life of man. Modern industrial development depends upon the utilization of minerals. Minerals are vitamins of industry. Most minerals are inorganic substances. Coal and mineral oil are organic minerals and are found at places that have favorable conditions for their distribution on the Earth's surface. Characteristics of minerals. Some of the characteristics of minerals are: 1. Location. Minerals are found in areas of active geological processes, for example, in the Chotanagpur region of India. Geological processes operating beneath the ground have led to the accumulation of various mineral elements which can be commercially exploited. 2. Quantity and quality of minerals. They are generally inversely proportional to each other. 3. Place deposits. There are alluvial mineral deposits, or concentration, which occur through small particles carried by rivers along with the other sediments. Placer deposits are chiefly found in the case of gold and platinum. 4. Ores. Metallic minerals like iron and even gold occur in ores or in veins, beds, or seams parallel to enclosing rock. This makes exploitation commercially profitable. 5. Uneven distribution. Minerals are dispersed and unevenly distributed. There are great variations between abundant and scanty deposits of minerals. Classification. Different criteria are adopted for classification of minerals, such as origin, use, physical and chemical characteristics, as well as their ductility. Here, we shall use ductility as the basis of classification. Ductility means ability of a material to be stretched without being weakened. Based on ductility, minerals are classified into metallic and non-metallic minerals. Minerals. Metallic. Non-metallic. Ferrous. Non-ferrous. The difference between metallic and non-metallic minerals are: metallic minerals, non-metallic mineral. 1. Metallic minerals are those minerals which can be melted to obtain new products. 1. Non-metallic minerals are those which do not yield new products on melting. To iron, copper, bauxite, tin, manganese, silver, gold, lead and zinc are some examples. To mica, phosphate, gypsum, uranium, silica, coal, salt, clay and marble are some examples. 3. These are generally associated with igneous rocks. 3. These are generally associated with sedimentary rocks. Both metallic and non-metallic minerals can be mined economically where their concentration is high. Some minerals also occur under ocean floor, they cannot be mined because of inaccessibility and high costs involved. Therefore, most minerals are put to use from land deposits. Extraction of minerals. Space exploration in recent years have widened the scope of commercial extraction of minerals in all the three spheres of Earth, lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. The subject that deals with chemical composition of the Earth is called geochemistry. This subject is fast developing. It helps in extraction of useful minerals. The method of taking out minerals from rocks buried under the Earth's surface is known as mining. A typical method of extraction of minerals is shown in the given figure. Extraction of minerals. Mining. Opencast mining. Shaft mining. Drilling. Quarrying. 1. Mining. The method of mining used for taking out minerals from shallow depth near the surface of the Earth is known as opencast mining. Deep bores are called shafts. Minerals are taken out from great depths through shaft mining. Petroleum and natural gas which occur in deep bores have to be extracted from deep wells. 2. Drilling. The minerals which are extracted by boring deep wells have to be taken out by drilling. 3. Quarrying. The process is used near the surface of the Earth by simply digging out or breaking rocks. Any mining operation consists of 4 stages: prospecting, exploration, development and exploitation. Prospecting means surveying and searching for resources. Exploration means conducting the actual search for extraction and even deciding on the type of mining method like a vertical shaft or a horizontal tunnel. Development means establishing the necessary infrastructure for extraction of minerals on the Earth's surface or beneath it. Exploitation involves commercial extraction of minerals. It is important to remember that commercial exploitation is based on accessibility and actual concentration of the mineral. It is for this reason that mining is restricted to areas where exploitation is commercially feasible. World distribution of minerals. The distribution of minerals around the world highly uneven because of differences in geological formation. Silica, feldspar and quartz come from igneous rocks. Metallic minerals are generally found in the metamorphic rocks. Many others occur in the sedimentary rock strata. The sedimentary rock formations of plains and young fold mountains may contain non-metallic minerals like limestone. Mineral fuels are also found in the sedimentary rocks. Therefore, region having sedimentary rock strata may have more fossil fuel deposits. Minerals are widely distributed in the following continents. Do you know? A geologist is a scientist who studies and analyzes the structure and composition of the Earth and helps to discover new reserves of mineral resources. Asia. Asia has more than half of world's tin. China, Indonesia, Malaysia are among the leading producers of tin. Other deposits include lead, antimony, tungsten, manganese, bauxite, copper, nickel and zinc. Europe. Europe has rich deposits of iron ore in Russia, Ukraine, Sweden and France. Other minerals like copper, zinc, lead, manganese and nickel are found in European part of Russia and Eastern Europe. North America. North America has rich deposits of minerals in Canadian Shield, the Great Lakes region, and the Appalachian region. Some of the non-minerals in the continent are iron, ore, nickel, gold, uranium, coal, copper, lead, and zinc. South America. South America has large deposits of gold, silver, zinc, chromium, manganese, bauxite, mica, platinum, and diamond, as well as mineral oil. Africa. Africa is rich in diamond, gold, and platinum. They are found in South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Zaire. Mineral oil is found in Nigeria, Libya, and Angola. Copper, iron ore, chromium, and uranium are other minerals found in Africa. Australia. Australia is the largest producer of bauxite in the world and leading producer of copper, lead, zinc, and manganese. The Western Australian region of Kalgoorlie and Coolgardie are some promising areas. Antarctica. The exploration of minerals is still in the process, believed that it has. It is huge deposits of coal, iron ore, gold, silver, and mineral oil. World distribution of selected minerals. Iron. Iron is the most important mineral in the world. It has hardness, strength, and durability. It is the most common metallic element found in the Earth's crust. When the metal was first discovered around 1200 BC, it had led to rapid growth of kingdoms, empires, and civilizations. Its earliest use was for making tools and weapons. Today it is widely used in the making of machines, in construction industry, railway, road transport, etc. Its three chief ores are hematite, containing 70% by weight, magnetite, containing 50 to 70% iron by weight, and iron pyrite, a widespread sulfide mineral found in all types of rocks. There are also other varieties with metallic content of less than 30%, which are not profitable to mine. Iron ore resources are unevenly distributed among its leading producers like Ukraine, USA, Kazakhstan, Russia, China, Brazil, Australia, and India. Copper. Copper is the oldest metallic mineral mined during the Copper Age before the coming of the civilizations. It is a versatile metal known for its high conductivity. It is mostly used in the electrical industry, as copper wires are good conductors of electricity. Its main producing countries are Chile, USA, Canada, Zambia, Zaire, Russia, Kazakhstan, Georgia, and Armenia. Bauxite. It is the ore from which aluminum is obtained. Aluminum is lightweight and preferred to iron in its usage. The major producers of bauxite are Jamaica, France, Australia, and USA. Distribution of mineral in India. The distribution of mineral resources in India is highly uneven. The distribution of metallic and non-metallic minerals in India are given below. Metallic minerals. Location: iron ore, Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Goa, Chhattisgarh, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Maharashtra. Bauxite: Bihar, Jharkhand, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. Manganese: Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Odisha, Karnataka, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh. Copper ore: Jharkhand, Rajasthan, Khetri. District: Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh. Gold: Tamil Nadu, Nilgiri mines, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka. Non-metallic minerals. Location: mica, Bihar, Jharkhand, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh. Limestone: Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh. Salt: coastal Gujarat, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Sambhar Lake, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Gypsum, Rajasthan, Jodhpur, Bikaner, and Jaisalmer districts, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Himachal Pradesh, Gujarat, Jammu and Kashmir, Diamond, Madhya Pradesh, Panna, Andhra Pradesh, Golconda. Uses of minerals. The uses of mineral are wide and varied. 1. Iron makes up for about 95% of all metals consumed worldwide. It is used to make steel products like automobile industry, buildings, etc. 2. Consumption pattern between developed and developing countries is highly disproportionate. For example, developed countries like USA, Western Europe, and Japan collectively use up to 70% of all aluminum, whereas developed countries together form just 16% of the world's population. 3. Minerals like bauxite used for making aluminum in great demand for making engines and bodies of automobiles and aeroplanes. Bauxite is also used in bottle industries and kitchen utensils. 4. Metals provide man with all his machines as well as needs for his dwelling units. If the population continues to grow like this, the Earth's resources may not be able to cope up. Conservation. Two main conservation measures related to minerals are: 1. Recycling. Almost all metals like iron, gold, silver, etc. can be recycled easily again and again. Many such recycling processes are already in operation. 2. Biodegradable synthetic substitutes. Plastics cannot be considered an eco-friendly substitute because it is non-biodegradable. However, biodegradable substitutes have recently been discovered. Energy resources. Energy is the most important of all resources. It provides us heat, lighting and motive power to run transport vehicles, industries, various gadgets and communication aids. Though it has been used since time eternity, today it is considered as the survival of human race. Energy is required nowadays in practically every aspect of our lives, such as agriculture, industry, transport, communication and for domestic. At present, the world gets 90% of energy needs from fossil fuels. The remaining 10% is contributed by hydroelectricity and nuclear power, including renewable energy sources. This is shown pie chart. Thermal power stations also use coal as basic raw material for turning turbo engines to generate electricity. Energy consumption and standard of living. Energy consumption is directly proportional to the standard of living. Higher the standard of living, greater is the energy consumption. Countries such as USA, Japan, West Germany, France and UK use between 4,000 to 10,000 units of energy per head, as against just 100 to 300 units of energy consumption per in countries like Zaire, Ethiopia, Vietnam, Bangladesh, Myanmar, India, China and Pakistan. India's consumption per head does not exceed 225 units as against 270 units for China and 300 units in Pakistan. Coal, mineral oil and natural gas are known as fossil fuels. All the three are derived from rocks, so they are also known as mineral fuels. If consumption of all fossil fuels were considered in terms of coal equivalent, the world consumption has increased manifold in the last few years. A major part of increase in consumption is due to a rapid growth in population, and another part is due to industrialization and rise in the standard of living during the same period. Conventional sources of energy. The sources of power which are in common use for the conventional firewood, coal, petroleum, natural gas and electricity. 1. Firewood. About half of the total world's population lives in developing countries. They traditional sources like firewood, charcoal, dung, crops residues for domestic fuel. Forests supply about 30% of fuel of the world. Wood is a major source of domestic fuel and firewood is largely used for heating and cooking in our country. Firewood, coal. Advantages, disadvantages, advantages, disadvantages. 1. Easily accessible. 1. Collection is time consuming. 1. Extensively available. 1. Polluting source. 2. Provides energy to a large number of people. 2. Polluting promotes greenhouse effect. 2. Used both as a domestic fuel and in industries. 2. Raise global warming. 3. Bulky it transport. 3. Deforestation. Conventional sources of energy. Mineral oil. Advantage. 1. Easy to transport, tankers. 2. Basis of petrochemical industry. Disadvantage. 1. Depletion of oxygen due to oil spillage and gas leakage. 2. Pollutants released cause acid rain. 3. Exploration of new fuel is not easy. Natural gas. 1. Easier to transport, pipelines. 2. Cheaper than oil and coal. 3. Does not cause pollution. 2. Coal. Coal occurs in the sedimentary rock layers of varying thickness. The coal is found in 3 main grades on the basis of its formation viz. Lignite, bituminous and anthracite. The first stage of formation is lignite and peat. It is known as brown coal. It is considered to be of low quality with a carbon content of 50% and high moisture content. Bituminous coal is the most common variety having 70% carbon content. Anthracite is formed under great depths due to high temperature. It is high-quality coal. The distribution of the known coal reserves is highly uneven in the world. Major coal deposits are found in Czech Republic, United States, China, India and some CIS countries. In the Southern Hemisphere, Australia and South Africa have also some small deposits. China is the largest coal producer in the world. In developed countries of West Europe and the USA, more than half of the total consumption of coal is used by thermal power stations. In developing countries, besides thermal power generation, coal is still used by many industries, commercial establishments and households for heating and cooking. In India, major coal reserves are found in West Bengal, Jharkhand, Bihar, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra. It is also found in Assam, Meghalaya and Nagaland. Lignite coal is mainly found in Tamil Nadu, Gujarat and some areas in Rajasthan. Coal is the chief source of power generation as well as energy source for many industries. It is still widely used in rural India. 3. Petroleum. It is also known as mineral oil. The first oil well was drilled in the USA in 1859. Petroleum was then used in the form of kerosene oil for lighting. Initially, more than half of the crude oil was discarded as waste. Today, petroleum and its wastes are put to hundreds of uses. The major mineral oil reserves are found in these 5 countries: Mexico, Russia, Venezuela, Libya, Nigeria and the Gulf region. They together account for 90% of world's no reserves. Other countries having substantial reserves are the USA, UK and Norway. This explains certain political maneuvers and economic factors behind oil exports. The USA, with its high consumption of oil, is the world's major importer of oil. The largest number of oil refineries are located in the USA, followed by CIS countries and Western Europe. In India, the first oil well was found in Assam. Today, all fields are located at Bombay High, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Godavari and Krishna Delta. India meets its requirements through imports. 4. Natural gas. Natural gas may occur independently or in association with petroleum. It originates from hydrocarbons trapped in the pores of sedimentary rocks and then it undergoes processing. The heavier hydrocarbons, butane and propane, are extracted in liquid form. Dry gas containing methane and ethane is used as fuel. Natural gas has many advantages as a fuel as it is considered very clean. It is then compressed in containers which are closely controlled and made available as domestic and transport fuel. The domestic fuel used in gas stoves for cooking is called LPG or liquefied petroleum gas. Its chief constituent is butane. The compressed natural gas, CNG, is compressed at high temperatures and stored in containers. It is used in commercial transport vehicles like buses, trucks, scooters and even cars. It consists mainly of methane and smaller amounts of ethane and propane. It is now gradually replacing petrol in transport vehicles. Around the world, CIS countries have the highest reserves of natural gas, followed by the Middle East countries, Asia, Africa, North America and Australia in that order. In recent years, India has made significant progress in the production and utilization of natural gas. Some private firms have also been involved in exploration and processing of natural gas. Besides fuel, it is also used in the production of fertilizers and certain drugs. Power resources. Power is rate of producing of consuming energy. Most of the world's electricity is produced in power stations from the chemical energy of fossil fuels, coal, oil and natural gas. They heat water into steam which drives a turbine linked to an electric generator. Electricity generated by power stations using fossil fuels is known as thermal electricity. In a nuclear power station, the heat comes from the fusion of nucleus in a nuclear reactor. Hydroelectricity is electricity generated by the force of falling or running water. Thus, the three main sources of electric power are thermal, hydro and nuclear. 1. Thermal electricity. Thermal electric power stations can be coal-based, petroleum-based or gas-based. Thermal electricity has the largest share of world production and consumption. Developed countries like USA, CIS countries and West Europe are the highest producers and consumers of thermal electric power. USA, Canada, CIS countries and Brazil also have high rates of production of hydro and nuclear power. 2. Hydroelectricity. The hydroelectric power stations involve high cost and take a very long time for construction as they need capital investment. Heavy investment is also required for construction of dams and raising the level of water besides the land for sprawling power stations. It is the chief source of power in Zaire, Congo, Zambia, Ghana, Uganda, Burundi, Uruguay, Rwanda, Malawi, Cameroon and Tanzania in Africa. All of these countries are located in the Central Plateau region where rivers are famous for their rapids and falls. These rivers provide ideal sites for location of hydroelectric power generation units. The same is true about Paraguay and Norway in Europe, Brazil in South America and Nepal in Asia. In India, a large number of multipurpose river valley projects have been developed to produce electricity. Some of them are Bhakra Nangal, Hirakud, Damodar Valley Corporation, Narmada Valley, Nagarjun Sagar and Koyna are such examples. 3. Nuclear power. Lithuania and France are heavily dependent on nuclear power. No sudden nuclear reactor failures have been reported in these two countries. In India, the power generation is of mixed, utilizing almost all the available sources. Presently, the percentage contribution of four major sources is given in the table. Composition. Percentage. Hydroelectric power 25. Thermal, coal, gas and diesel 71. Wind energy 1.3. Nuclear 2.7. Nuclear power constitutes about 2.7% of the total power generation capacity of the country. With the lifting of ban by NSG, Nuclear Suppliers Group, the contribution of nuclear power is likely to rise from the 2.7% in 2007 to about 25% in near future. Non-conventional sources of energy. The non-conventional sources of energy are gaining importance due to increase in the demand for energy and fast depletion of conventional energy sources. This energy is abundant, renewable, pollution-free and eco-friendly. It can more easily be supplied to rural, urban and remote areas. Thus, it is called the energy of the future. Some important non-conventional sources of energy are 1. Hydrogen. For many years, efforts have been on to use hydrogen as an alternative sources of power as it has great advantages. It can be tapped in abundance. However, some problems have not yet been overcome. Recently, India has however made some important breakthrough in developing fuel cells. They produce electricity through reaction between hydrogen and oxygen gases. Otherwise, hydrogen promises to be the energy of the future. A. Tidal energy. The rise and fall of sea water in the coastal areas are called tides. The energy from high and low tides is used to turn the turbines and generate electricity, but the technology is not fully developed. However, their energy potential is enormous. B. Ocean energy. The oceans have temperature gradients producing waves and currents which can also be used for electricity generation. In case of temperature gradient, differences in temperature of warm surface water and cold deep level water in oceans is used to vaporize liquids like ammonia. The gas is then fed into turbines to generate electricity. C. Wind energy. India has made a substantial progress in making use of winds to generate electricity. Windmills have been used for centuries. At the global level, wind generating capacity has risen from 10 megawatts in 1980 to 4,000 megawatts in 2007. The gross wind power potential is estimated 45,000 megawatts. The potential that can be tapped at present is limited to about 13,000 megawatts. A capacity of 2,483 megawatts has so far been added through wind, which places India in the 5th position globally after Germany, USA, Denmark and Spain. In India, coastal region of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep have great potential for trapping wind energy. Agri-fuels. The biofuels like ethanol, diesel and biogas are also called as agri-fuels. Ethanol is now prepared from some agricultural crops like maize, soya beans and other crops. Biodiesel is obtained from crops having substantial oil content like rapeseed and similar crops around the world. Biogas is obtained from biomass, particularly agricultural wastes like sugarcane and sugar beet. 4 leading producers of biogas are Brazil and Argentina in South America and India and China in Asia. The United States gives financial initiatives for cultivation of these crops and obtain fuels on commercial lines. Recently surveys has shown that cultivation of these crops on large scale enormous damage to our environment. 2. Solar energy. Mirrors are used to focus sun's energy on 2 boilers. Steam is used to generate by spinning the turbine. Photovoltaic cells convert sunlight directly into electricity. India is one of the 6 countries of the world which has been developed its own indigenous technology in solar power generation. Its capacity of generation represents 7% of the world production. Solar energy is presently used for water heating, cooking room heating, and in commercial applications such as irrigation pumps, street lighting, and traffic crossing. 3. Geothermal. It is the energy that comes from heat produced within the interior of the earth. There is a vast reservoir of heat energy in the interior of the earth. The Earth's temperature rises by 1 degree Celsius for every 32 meters descent. Various technologies have been developed to use this potential source of energy. El Salvador, for example, produces 39% of its electricity needs from this source. India has identified 340 hot springs and set up a 300 kW capacity geothermal power plant at Tatapani in Chhattisgarh. 4. Biogas. The gaseous fuel, called biogas, can be obtained from the organic waste, which includes dead plants, animated dung, and kitchen waste. Biogas is mixture of methane and carbon dioxide gases. These gases are released due to decomposition of organic waste. This can also produce organic manure. The gases can be used for cooking, heating, and lighting. India is the leader in the development of this technology. Conservation. Conservation of energy is essential, although harnessing it is both difficult and expensive. Each of us can make a contribution in the following ways. Avoid wastage. Avoid the war of electricity when not required. Switch off the lights and other power sources before you leave your home or office. Similar wastes can be avoided while driving automobiles. Use of non-conventional sources. Make use of renewable energy sources to run your domestic appliances like water heaters, cookers, and other appliances. Contact private or government sources for supply of renewable energy. Say no to polluting vehicles. Don't use public transport system not conforming to pollution standards. Get your own vehicle checked regularly and get a pollution control (PUC) certificate. The world is going through a kind of crisis because of exhaustion of most of the minerals, including fossil fuels. No viable substitutes have been developed for future generation. Keywords: fossil fuel, coal, petrol, gas derived from rocks formed of remains of dead plants and animals who lived millions of years ago. Offshore drilling, drilling oil, petrol, off or away from shore in the body of water. Bituminous, medium quality coal consisting chiefly hydrocarbons. Anthracite, high quality coal burning almost without flame. Let's revise. Continuous review. Minerals and power resources are the basis for the growth and development of industries. Minerals are the naturally occurring substances that have definite chemical composition. On the base of ductility, minerals are classified into metallic and non-metallic minerals.
Like, share, and subscribe.